Another check-in. Wow, there we go. Looking really good. You can barely, on my feedback video, I can barely see it. Hopefully it shows up better. But doing really good. Keep doing our Graston technique. Stretching it out. Right now we're going to do some stretches while we're talking. 30 seconds each side. Twist it towards the pinky if you need an extra stretch. It really helps as far as I'm concerned. As far as video info goes, we've got the full Resident Evil 8 run through up with Cray and I. Yeah, check it out. It's a good video. Um, Shorter for, it's only a 2-part series, and neither one's like 2 hours long or anything like that. So pretty good that way. Then we're not really sure what we're gonna put up next. Cray was pretty interested in doing some Crisis. And there's a Crisis remastered. That might have been exactly what he was talking about. And that's a game I have a little bit of history with, so I'd be interested to see it now, something over 10 years later, for sure, since the last time I seen it. But it was a very memorable event, and we'll share that story in the video rather than on the stream here. Yeah, that's pretty good. We possibly get some more Wolfenstein knocked out this weekend. Tonight is the famous burrito night, so nothing going up tonight, nothing getting done. Been doing a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn. I would say compared to the last video where I yammered a lot about Shadow of the Tomb Raider, um, and just a lot of thoughts that I guess you could just say were negative. But I kind of bounced straight from Shadow of the Tomb Raider into Horizon Zero Dawn. I did a thing I don't normally do when I have a big gap in playing a game. It's like sometimes you start a game and then you have to put it down for whatever reasons. Another game comes along, knocks your attention around. But in this case, like you start a game anyway. The theory would be that generally, if I start a game and I get my attention knocked off, and I come back to it 6 months to a year later or whatever it is, amount of time later that you don't really remember what the controls are and such. But I did remember the plot because I remember it stuck with me enough, and I had seen like a random video of someone playing the beginning of it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the beginning of Horizon Zero Dawn. And then when I jumped back into it, I was like, well, I remember the beginning. You prove yourself at the proving grounds and get out into the big open world. Fuck it. You see a lady that looks like you. Blah, 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 blah. So I just picked up and started playing it, and there was like an hour of just like, do I sneak around and shoot raccoons and boars and rats? And then, oh yeah, I'm supposed to kill, like, well, yeah, there's the robot things that are like animals and stuff. And then the game just started coming back to me. And also, just coming off of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I was like, oh my god, what an amazing game. Like, Horizon Zero Dawn just blew my mind. And then I snuck into one of the underground layers where you learn to reprogram the robots, and I was like, holy crap. Like, I just lost my mind. It was such a good game. And I knew it was a good game, and I liked it when I played it. And it's just frustrating, as I'm sure at the time it was Destiny related. Something Destiny related knocked me out of the game, and I couldn't go back to it and keep playing it. I think the same thing happened with The Witcher 3, which is I'll probably just try and bounce back into that when I finish up Horizon Zero Dawn and finish that up as well. Because that, like, Witcher 3, I was like losing my mind playing it with how good it was, but something Destiny related knocked me out. So it would be, maybe I'll put up some videos where I just kind of comment over a certain chunk of the game that I find interesting and why I found it so devastatingly interesting. I don't want to make it about Tomb Raider. Like, Tomb Raider was so bad, and I jumped to this and it was so good, but there was some element of that to it. It was like, holy moly, this is good. The visuals were good. Everything were, oh man, it was just that game. I knew it was. I was liking it when I played it, but it's just hitting me just right now. So look forward to some of that stuff. We've talked about doing some Cuneo again. Andy and I have talked about it, and yeah, that's about it. Let's keep it short. All right, guys, we'll see you. I'll probably see you tomorrow. I'll do a check in after my PT.